Skills pay the bills, as they say. And we found that out Saturday night when Usyk showed us exactly what's going to come into the heavyweight division. He's put the whole lot on notice. He's there, and that's it. Time to hand your titles over, chaps, because Usyk's in town, and them titles, they're going. End of story. Now, why is that? How is that? And how do we learn from it? How do we take some skills, amazing skills that a top level world champion elite fighter has got, and how do the likes of us actually learn from it and use it? It's his footwork that we're going to take into consideration. Now, I've been saying for years and years and years, if your feet are in the right place, everything else kind of starts to work for you. And that's what he's so good at. He gets his feet in the right place all the time. It's very rare his footwork is wrong. He's always awkward to hit. He's always not quite in range. He's always slightly off angle or very much off angle, so you can't get to him. That's what it's all about. And that's what we need for our self-defense training. We need to be that awkward git that people can't get to. We need to be off at angles. We need to be at distances that they can't quite figure out. They think they've got you set up just here, and all of a sudden you're not really there. You're over here, over there, whatever. The distance is wrong, the angle's wrong. It feels awkward. We want to be that awkward git that nobody really wants to spar with. You can't land clean on them. We want to be that awkward git that nobody wants to roll with, because it's always painful for some reason. You can't figure out why. All of those things that we need. Now, before we go any further, don't forget to do the like, subscribe thingy, whatever it is, and press that notification bell so that you know, all of that sort of jazz. I always forget about that. Right, so it's critical that we need this. Now, let's have a look at a couple of things reference Usyk, right? Now, let's look at some of the arguments. They keep saying he's too small. Well, he's 6'3", weighing in at 215 pounds. I think that Wilder weighed in at 208 against Tyson Fury and 212 in his last fight against Stavern, I think. Not far off on that. So the small Usyk weighed in more than Wilder. So, point one. Now let's have a look at some of these other guys who are weighing 240, 245, 235, around that area. They're fat. They're carrying 20, 30 pounds of fat. Usyk's ripped at 215. So if they're 230, 240, 245 and they're carrying 20, 30 pounds easy of fat, they're the same size or a little bit bigger. That's all. Just a little bit. And he's much faster and much better skilled. So that's that one out the window. They might be a bit heavier in a clinch or whatever, but he's not going to be involved in the clinch with them. He's just going to pop and move and do them in. They're going to be tired, done in. You see them all now. 7th, 8th round, they're done. He's still going fast as you like in the 12th. They got no chance. No chance. They've got to catch him with that one-punch knockout that he hasn't got. Okay? Tell me a heavyweight that's around now that's got that one-punch knockout power. Wilder? Okay. Well, ignoring all the real low-level fighters that he's fought, there's no one I can think of, apart from Stavern, but he'd already hurt him in his last fight. He'd already hurt him before that, where it is a genuine one-punch knockout. Think about it for a minute. He is really, oh, don't get me wrong, he'll knock people out, puts them down, do them, whatever, right? He hits really hard, of course. Hardest hitting heavyweight out there, without shadow of a doubt. Most explosive, without shadow of a doubt. Give him all of that. Is it true one knockout punch power? No. He hits them, he goes in again, then he maybe just finishes them off. They're hurt, then he does a one-punch knockout, or he really hurts them and then starts going mental on them. But true one-punch knockout power? No, not really. Joshua? No. Ruiz? No. Tyson Fury? No. Parker? No. Dillian White? Not really, not unless they're old, past it, and it's really late on, and he gets a bit lucky. So that's him. Who else is there? No one really. Can't see any of them doing it. And it's difficult to knock somebody out with one punch when you keep getting hit and they're not there. So that one punch knockout thing, nah. Now you got 215 pounds like that, wallop, landing on your chin every few seconds. The first one maybe knock you out, maybe doesn't hurt too much, but when it keeps landing, it'll do its job. And when somebody's got the skills to keep landing on you, it'll definitely do its job. So, how does this relate to self-defense and stuff like that? Well, you don't have to knock somebody out. It's great if you can, but you don't have to knock them out the first hit. But if it stuns them enough that you can land the next one and that puts an end to it, or the one after that, or whatever it may be, don't forget, you hit and repeat till bored. As long as you're landing first, you're in with a great shout, aren't you? You're in with a great shout. So that's the way you've got to look at it. You've got to take the immense skills that somebody like Usyk has got and see what you can glean from it, what information you can take from it and use yourself. That's what it's all about. That is what it's all about. You've got to take that information, steal as much as you possibly can and use it for yourself. And that way, you're going to grow, you're going to improve. Anyway, that's enough from me going on and on and on. I think by now you've got an idea of my thoughts on Usyk and what he's going to do to the rest of the division. And later on this week, I'll throw up a few clips and things like that. And remember, click the subscribey thingy, likey, what's it thing that comes up, bing, and all that lot. See you next time. Bye.